Hey, how's it going, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to another video today on Sunday evening, and a bit of a weird one, really, because this is the last of the question mark challenge for the Monaco Grand Prix, the original one, because obviously I uploaded, if you saw my channel page on Saturday, I uploaded one which was Max Verstappen, of course, kind of fitting, because Max Verstappen did actually start from last place on the grid, but I recorded that after qualifying. I had initially recorded this one to go out straight after quali, but I thought it'd be so much more fitting to have that challenge done with Max Verstappen. It makes sense because like I said in that video, it's not very often that you actually get a top runner right at the back of the field to actually match up with the challenge I do and have been doing for the races. So I thought I'd upload that one on Saturday, but I had this lying around on my PC in my computer, and I thought, you know what, I may as well upload it, because it was also fun to record. I said the one for Max Verstappen was fun to record, because I was in a Red Bull, but this one was equally as fun, and you're going to see the titles last to points, really, because obviously that's the real bigger challenge here. Being in the Sauber, I don't think we're going to get really that high. It was a case of kind of actually getting to the points-paying positions with Charles Leclerc at his home Grand Prix. So equally kind of a fun challenge, obviously, kind of fitting that it's his home Grand Prix, but obviously, the one with Verstappen was so much more kind of relatable because it actually happened in real life. They had to start from the back. But I thought I'd upload this anyway because it was, as I said, it was a fun video to record in terms of the actual race, 25% race, if you're unfamiliar with how we run it. And I thought I may as well upload it rather than just putting all that recording to waste. And I thought maybe those of you who do enjoy maybe seeing another video on a Sunday might enjoy seeing it. So obviously, we're at last place. It's going to be a one-stop Ultra Soft tyres to the Super Softs, and we're going to try and go as fast as we can in the opening lap here as we go to 5 red lights then for the Monaco Grand Prix, and we've got 20 laps ahead of us there from P20. You can see getting squeezed, so unlike with the Verstappen challenge, I was unable to get to the inside and make a few positions, but somehow we just managed to get through that chaos of Force India losing its front wing there. I think that might have been Ocon or Perez, I really honestly can't tell, but yeah, we did well to somehow survive that, and we go around the outside then very nicely of Lance Stroll there, but yeah, got pinned to the inside by the Williams and my teammate Marcus Ericsson, so that was really unfortunate. And then here, just didn't have the pace and momentum and confidence really to send it down the inside of Hartley. Twice here we could have sent it down the inside of Mirabeau and then the hairpin, but both times just didn't seem like I had the actual confidence in the car to do that, because also remember in the Sauber it doesn't exactly have the braking power and the downforce of the Red Bull car, so I was definitely a lot less punchy in this Sauber than I was in the challenge I did with Verstappen. You can see one car did come into the pit lane there. I think it is Alonso actually, so ironically, just like in the real life Grand Prix, Fernando Alonso has some sort of issue in this challenge. I recorded this all the way on Friday evening actually, so a bit of a wizardry there maybe in terms of Alonso having an issue, but yeah, just had to kind of be patient here in this opening stage of the Grand Prix. Unlike with the Red Bull car, I was able to really just pounce on a few drivers very early on. But now into the heart of lap 2, really wrestling the car left and right, shimmy and shaking the steering wheel there to get it down the inside of Mirabeau and the inside of Brendan Hartley. So unlike the real life situation, no crash there between Leclerc and Hartley, which I've got to say is really unfortunate there for the home man. And also Hartley had a very tough time in qualifying, getting held up, and both those guys were having a decent enough race on their own, I guess. They weren't really in the points, so for me personally it didn't matter too much, but it was a shame, and brake issues there. I think it seemed like, at least from the replays, like I mentioned in the top 5 moments video. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. So hopefully we can do a bit of justice for Charles Leclerc here and maybe get into the points paying position in this challenge. You can see getting very close now to Gasly in the swimming pool. We send it down the inside. He goes a little bit wide and deep, and now that's going to allow us to have the switchback move then on the Frenchman, cut across him on the racing line to get that position booked in up into P13, literally dancing and sliding away through La Rascasse there in the final corner. I got to say, actually, I was really enjoying myself doing this challenge on this version with the Sauber, because the car did definitely lack downforce, so that was definitely something I could definitely feel doing the Verstappen version, but the car was a lot of fun just to actually wrestle around the track. Like the fact that it had a bit lower downforce was actually really fun, meaning I just kind of had to slip and slide it around this circuit. And down the inside now we go for that infamous La Rascasse pass now on the inside of Sergio Perez through the final corner as well. So just like I had a fight with Fernando Alonso with Verstappen, we're fighting Leclerc v Perez, and down the pit straight then into turn 1. Going to squeeze him out, brake late, and we're up into P12 then. Nice fight there. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Just kind of really wrangling the neck of this car and kind of forcing it into the apex where it kind of really shouldn't be due to the downforce nature. So, yeah, you know, both kind of cars have its merit around here. And just in general, obviously, testament to Monaco always being quite fun on the F1 game. I think pretty much everyone's kind of one of the favourite circuits. I mean, one of my all-time favourites on the F1 game has been the Canadian Grand Prix, as I mentioned quite a few times in the past videos, but Monaco's generally always quite fun when you get dialed in here into the circuit, especially when it's like a little bit of a sprint race here in 25% race, when you've got the pressure on to try and catch up to cars. Definitely so. You can see on lap 7 here, trying to catch up to P11, Romain Grosjean. At the moment, though, the tyre's starting to give away a little bit, but you can see it does take me a little bit of time, and we're now into the end of lap 8. We're eventually catching up to Romain Grosjean now, and he's held up behind Kevin Magnussen, so both Haas cars kind of nose to tail, but Grosjean comes in, so that opens us up, and we're going to open DRS, a little bit of a tax lap in the last corner here, but now you can see we're up into P8. Vettel there, the kind of senior man in the Ferrari family, and Vettel just comes out ahead of us there, so we're not unable to keep ahead of him. So that's unfortunate, because he's going to hold us up a little bit here as we go through on the left hand. You can see hitting the wall, and he hits us with a big amount of dirt here, and I tried to look around the outside actually to maybe overtake the German, but he did well to kind of place his car. So that was unfortunate, because he definitely lost me a bit of time there. I think K-Mag's going to come in this lap on lap 9. You know, we're just under halfway through, and we're going to come in with him and follow him. So unable to get any kind of undercut or overcut on the Dane, as well as Stoffel Van Dorn, the McLaren up ahead, and then a third car, I think, further up the road of a Renault, I think that is. Yeah, looks it. So we've got 4 cars in the pit, so we're going to get held up for sure here, because also the Sauber, unlike the Red Bull car, has a very slow pit stop time in terms of just the mechanics working on the car, and we get held up. And actually, look at that, the Renault Sainz actually got held up and lost out to Magnussen there, so Magnussen's jumped him, so fair enough. I think we kind of held up Sainz there in doing so. Down the inside now into turn 1, a little bit of a cut onto the yellow line on the pit exit, but Fernando Alonso is ahead of us once again. So I don't know, he made a really early pit stop earlier on. I thought that was maybe an issue for him, but maybe it was just a weird kind of really early pit strategy. But now we're going to go down the inside of the Spaniard. Look at that, what a move that is, down the inside of that flat out chicane usually in qualifying. What a tasty move on Fernando Alonso. Really satisfying there. So both times now, you know, with Verstappen and with Leclerc, I can get it done either way in either part of the circuit, in any kind of part of the circuit around Monaco. Definitely, I love racing AI on this year's game around Monaco, because they give you the room and the respect when you get the car down the inside, but it is a challenge to actually get the car sent down the inside, especially when you're in a Sauber. It's about that confidence on the brakes you need to have to not lock up the car, and so it looks easier said than done. It's so easy just to crash and smack into the AI. So it's about getting it down the inside to that point where they then give you the room and the respect to actually make the move in here, down the inside like clockwork here as I'm talking about it, down the inside of Carlos Sainz there, and we just about squeeze him out there opposite the lock through the final corner. Absolutely awesome scenes, and we're up into P11. So now it's a bit of a calm period. It took me all the way to lap 17, so a fair few laps now to actually catch up to Kevin Magnussen to maybe get onto the back into the points, because he's P10. So this is literally our challenge in the making up ahead of us in a Haas in the form of Kevin Magnussen. Can we overtake him eventually for P10? You can see locking up on the left front, trying to get as close as we can to his rear end, the hairpin, because I'm trying to maybe find a way down the inside that we can just dive it down the inside to the point where we can get that side by side with him to make that move, but just unable to do that on lap 17. So you're going to have to be patient for now. We've only got 3 laps though, so can't be too patient, and so we wait until lap 19. We've got this the second last lap of the Grand Prix, 1.5 laps to go now, and Magnussen goes a little bit defensive now. So can we try and get this down the inside like we did with Alonso? Doesn't work out there. We have to lift off, and we just can't make that move, and through the swimming pool section just can't make anything work. Maybe La Rascas, can we try it down the inside? Nope. Just I saw that immediately, even before we got to the brakes, and I could tell I just did not have the momentum to make that. So, you know, it's all about the choices. You know, I think I make it look easier than it is sometimes with that Rascas move, because you need to wait for it. And now down the inside of outside the tunnel, we're gone down the inside. Doesn't work out. No, we'll go for the switchback move on Magnussen now. It's do or die stuff on the last lap of the Grand Prix on the outside. Oh my god, so close. We're side by side through chicane, full opposite lock in second gear. What a save that has been, and unfortunately for me, it's not going to be points. So unlike with Max Verstappen, it's not going to be a very successful challenge video here with Charles Leclerc through the final corner. I actually run out of fuel here on the line. Look at that, I mean, lean mixture, and it's going to be a double overtake for Sainz and Alonso, the 2 Spaniards and the Mexican. So across the line and run out of fuel, but What an ending. That was complete opposite lock, full throttle in second gear in that high-speed chicane, side by side with Magnussen. What an ending. And if I do say so myself, that was some good car control to not smack it into the barrier in the last showing. But nonetheless, fun challenge anyway, and that's kind of why I wanted to upload the video, because it was still quite an entertaining little run with Charles Leclerc to try and get into the points. Unsuccessful, but nonetheless, guys, hope you have enjoyed that little challenge and video. If you did, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought of that challenge in the comments below. If you haven't seen the top 5 moments from the Monaco Grand Prix uploaded earlier today, guys, be sure to go check that out on my channel. And also, as I said, the Verstappen version of this challenge uploaded a day ago. Be sure to go check that one out if you haven't seen that. But yeah, if you are new around here, do get subscribed, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.